Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are again out there, team. Again, my name is Carson Cook, your CSO Pro, and today we're going to be talking about a very, very important sales topic for younger sales professionals, students, high school students. We've done a few of these videos for college students or people that are getting into sales. They're getting into sales for a reason, and that's to make money so they can pay off student loans, debt, stuff like that. It's important to understand this aspect of the mental game, guys, of sales. We talk a lot about this in professional sports. We talk a lot about this in high level sports. Is that the mental aspect of the game is the most crucial, most important part of any career, and it needs to be the same way when you're actually in your career or in your sales process or your sales career. And that's being cautiously aware in sales. Being cautiously aware. Now, cautiously aware. Okay. Now that sounds I'm always aware. I'm always here. I'm always there, Carson. What are you talking about? Well, cautiously aware, guys, means that we need to be able to continuously take ourselves away from the picture and becoming self-aware of where we are within that sales process. And the only way that you can understand this is just like your phone, just like your GPS system, or just like your map, right? You don't really know where you're going to go if you don't have a map or goals, or you don't have destinations involved or in mind. You're just kind of floating along. And what happens is with younger sales professionals, they get so concerned with clients or potential prospects' questions or objections or issues that they tend to float off and they go into a tangent. Another good example we use with this, guys, is actually meetings without an agenda, or teachers without an agenda. They come in and they just start teaching and there's no agenda and the students don't learn anything. Or we come into a meeting and then 55 minutes later we realize that we're on our first topic because we didn't stay on point. We didn't have an agenda. Well, it's the same thing, guys. Being cautiously aware in the sale is so vitally important to your sales process that it's almost one of the most important things. So we're going to talk about 3 different things that are going to help you become cautiously aware of the current situation you're in right now, as we speak, as you're watching this video. What situation are you in right now? We need to be able to have that ability in the middle of an emotional sale so that we can figure out where we're going. So the first one is to understand where you are in the process. This all starts with memorizing your steps of the sale. In your training that you've learned, in every certain situation, someone has provided you within your company or with whatever product or whatever guru product you've purchased online has provided you with the steps of the sale process. That is the point of obtaining new customers, whether it's a funnel, whether it's this, whether it's that, whether it's selling cars. They've provided you with those steps of the sale, and your job is to memorize that process. Memorize the steps forwards and backwards as soon as physically possible. Because once you know the process and you've got it memorized, you can understand where you are in that process when you're in front of your customer. And number 2, you need to understand where you're going. What are the steps that you're going to take to achieve the next step, right? To climb that ladder. Well, to climb the ladder, to achieve that, I'm going to put my weight on my left foot, bring my right foot up, put my right foot on the ring, then I'm going to put my weight on the right foot to bring the left foot up to the next step. So I know that that's where I'm going to climb the ladder. In the sales process, it's extremely important for you to understand that same aspect, is that you need to use the word choice, the sentences, to gear your customer and you as a team to go to that next step, to build that sense of urgency, whether that's pushing the client, tapping them in the butt, pulling them back and slowing them down, getting them refocused, okay? And Jordan Belfort talks about this, guys, in his straight line sales idea, is that there's always deviations between the perfect sales process, but that's your job, and you can't bring people back or deviate from that line if you're not consciously and cautiously aware of the given moment and the present that you are right now. Or if your customer has gotten you off on a tangent, now you've wasted 30 minutes of time that has been not productive to your sale and the close of the deal, and has not been productive in you getting that product into the hands of your customer. You've been wasting time. You need to be able to recognize that. And the only way you can recognize that is to understand where you're going. And then the third thing is that we need to be able to keep our sale on track. We need to be able to recognize when our sale is getting out of control, when we no longer have control of that situation, or when our customer is no longer willing to participate in your process. So at that point, we need a little dab of rapport. We need a little bit of dab of, hey, let's bring them back on track. Let's get them refocused, okay, so that we can move together. Because nothing's gonna help you if you go through the sales process, but your customer's not coming along with you. Okay, you've gone through it, they've allowed you to do your sales process, okay, but you haven't really gotten them to come with you. They're not gonna buy from you. Your deal is not gonna be closed. So I only use that process where I'm not bringing the customer with me and they're allowing me to go through the sales process as a point of personal training. So if I walk into a deal and I say, I know I'm not gonna close this and I really don't care the outcome, but what I need to focus on is bringing myself back to my steps of the sale. I need to practice those objections. I need to practice going through the process, because in the last sale, in the last couple days, I've just not gone through my process, and I realized the process is my foundation. So I'll burn a couple clients, guys, just to focus on me and my process. Once that's redefined, I'll center back to myself. I'll become cautiously aware of my sales process, and then I'll go into the next deal, gunning to close that deal. Usually that's when I'll kill my slump. Okay, or a sales slump. It's just like the same thing with baseball, professional baseball, or college sports. You need to take a moment by yourself in the cage hitting balls off a tee, or some extra practice, or some mental work, or whatever you need to do. So it's important to understand, guys, is that in sales, as a young sales professional, you always need to be consciously cautious, okay, and aware of yourself in that moment, okay? Be cautious. What's going on, right? Now my brain has been kicked on, the defense mechanism is kicked on. Now it's recording. I'm on record right now. So I'm really aware of the situation. Am I going too fast? Am I going too slow? What step am I on? What is my customer saying? What are the next things that I need to say to bring them back on track? Am I getting too far off on tangents, sales tangents? Following a subject that's not, helping the process or the deal. Once we can be aware of the situation, we're able to correct it, move forward through the sale, build up a sense of urgency, and ultimately get that client to sign the paperwork to close the deal, okay? So keep that in mind, guys. Being consciously and cautiously aware is extremely important, especially a good skill that younger sales professionals need to master now or yesterday, okay? So as fast as physically possible. So rock and roll, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the CSO Pro. Go to the CSO Pro for some more, guys, awesome free sales tips, tricks, and tactics. It's gonna help you advance your career, pay off student debt, whatever you need to do. So rock and roll, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, this is Carson Cook, back at you again with the CSO Pro. Just wanted to put everything out there, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning into all the videos here on YouTube. I just wanted to point out to you guys real quick, just once again, this book will be going on sale May 1st this year, 2019. So coming up here pretty shortly, guys. And this is the No Shit Sales Journal, a confident, common sense, and practical guide to sales. Basically your Cliff Note version, okay, that can get you up to speed, guys, and give you a very solid foundation on how to sell. Now this book, guys, is not just for sales professionals. This book you need to buy and read. It will help your life with your family, your kids, pretty much anyone that you would like to communicate with and become better at communication. Okay, so make sure you go to Amazon, guys, and put in your pre-order right now. We'll include a link below. But this book, guys, is going to be going on sale May 1st. It's also, guys, been featured on the Sales Babble with Pat Helmers. You can tune in to find out a little bit more about the book at salesbabble.com. Very, very, very good podcast. Pat Helmers, guys, is a very standing guy within sales. Very, very, very solid reputation. Amazing podcast with some of the best techniques, communication techniques, tips and tricks for sales. So go to the salesbabble.com. I'll put that link in the description below. But guys, please make sure to pick up your copy on Amazon today. Get one right now. Thanks, guys.